When you walk into the unknown, no one knows what lies ahead, where you could end up, or what you will encounter along the path. All we know, Abraham left everything he had and knew and walked into the unknown. He walked some 600 kilometers to his new home with God. Abraham didn't have any Bibles to look for in the stories as we now know. Only his faith and connection with God. Only his faith and connection. As we look to the north, we can go to Nain, some 170 kilometers. And as we look towards the east, we go to Europe, across the frozen sea ice as far as the eyes can see. As we start to look towards the south, we can go to St. John's. And as we look to the west, we can end up in Toronto. On your journey, you could endure obstacles that involve rivers to cross, hills to climb, and come in contact with wild animals such as polar bears, black bears, and wolves that are terrifying. All these little obstacles and encounters that we find difficult create a thought of fear to stop you from continuing forward. Some of these obstacles are very daunting, intimidating, scary, and at times we think are impossible. When you change your focus and your frame and trust in what God wants you to do and let go of what you think is right, then God's promises are seen. He will guide you through each obstacle that you encounter, whether He guides you away from harm or guides those who try to harm you in another direction. With God, all things are possible. When God calls you to His journey, it's then you begin to see the unknown of what lays ahead. Yes, the unknown will be a place in your heart that gives you understanding of what is to come and a true hope to look forward to. There is more to living on this earth than what we can visibly see. To a place where we all be comforted, at peace, to a place of love that will be everlasting. As I mentioned earlier, we look to the east. All you can see is a white blank sheet of ice that has many dangers. We have to walk into the unknown, one step at a time, one breath at a time, and not look behind or think about what tomorrow brings, but focus on today, what's happening now, right now. Once you do that, you'll show the world what God can do for all humankind. We have to have faith and trust in God. Again, trusting God and the unknown that lays ahead. As Jesus is asking you to do, is to have faith as tiny as this little mustard seed that I hold in my hand. Look how small this is. No bigger than a sewing bead. If you have this much faith in God, He will deliver. He will give you a new life. Yes, my brothers and sisters, it won't be an easy journey. The snow will get deep, heavy and sticky with the burdens of this world. But we have to walk it straight on and lean into it and trust in the only God, the God of Israel. With God, all things are possible. Trust in God. Let's move one step at a time, one breath at a time, and know that it will get lighter with God. And know that it will get lighter with God. He will take away your worries, the unknowns of what shall we eat, how will we pay our bills. Once you find love and put His love into action, The rest will follow. Believe and trust in God. Now the start of our journey begins.